Women hate introverts. This is a statement that's probably going to set your blood boiling. Rushing to the comments to say, people are born introverts and cannot change their outcome. There is nothing wrong with being an introvert. Well, this depends on what you want out of life. If you're okay with the life that an introvert brings, that's cool. If you want to be better with the opposite sex though, you want more options, you want a higher quality woman, women like extroverts. Women like power. Women want a guy that's not at or below them in value. They want a guy that's above them in value. And what exudes value? Who's the popular guy in the school? Who's the guy in the office that everybody loves? Who's the person in the company that gets the most wealth, who gets the most notoriety? The loud one, the extrovert, the one that can talk, the one that's not afraid to say his opinions, who's not afraid to push back when people fuck with him, who's not afraid of being a little bit dangerous on occasion. People want to push that masculinity is evil, and yet women still go for the masculine guys. They're not going for the feminine men. They're going for the masculine ones. Women go for masculine men. Fuck all this toxic masculinity bullshit. Women go for men. So in this video, I'm gonna clearly outline who this man is and how to become him. With that being said, let's get into the video. So I have 2 more spots left on my New Year's Eve bootcamp. If you're interested, text 702-841-9909. We're going to be working on dating apps on approaching. We're going to be going out 8 hours a day during the most popular time of the year to be going out and approaching girls. Again, if you're interested, 2 spots left, 702-841-9909. The reason that you have such a hard time with being extroverted is because for you, being extroverted is energy spent, because the second that you say something to somebody, you're in your head thinking, oh no, was that the right thing to say? Oh no, what are they thinking about me? Whereas an extrovert would assume that the person across from them is thinking great things about them, or he doesn't care whatsoever. Tying yourself up mentally, you're adding all these extra layers to the conversation that are unnecessary. So when you go out to talk to people, guess what? You burn energy having conversations because you're adding all these extra mental little blips and viruses into your brain. So when you try to have a conversation with me, for example, you'd be worrying about what I'm thinking about you. You'd be worrying about how do I say the cool thing instead of just saying the authentic thing. You're being negative about the conversation. You're beating yourself up maybe even. You need to screen out all these mindsets. Focus is the water that wears the stone. So the same way that a rock in a river over time gets worn down to where it's smooth, we need to smooth out your mindsets and your belief systems. And the way you do that is noticing them, focusing on them, noticing when they come up. The act of noticing when they come up will over time erode them and smooth them out to where your conversations and your ability to speak forever becomes inevitable. You have the right temperament to be an extroverted individual, but the problem is you are a race car shooting through the desert with a bunch of parachutes behind them. Now what we need to do is start cutting those parachutes one by one until you are what you're supposed to be. You added all these extra bullshit onto the car to slow it down, adding drag. You will have all the energy and all the power in the world to become an extrovert, to become a powerful person. You're the one that is getting in your own way. I'm here to tell you that extroversion is a form of power. Being loud, being talkative, being somebody that can move an audience, who can move a social group, who is the focal point, the leader. Women go for leaders. They don't go for followers. So first and foremost, a lot of you omega men, you lone wolves out there, women don't like loners. They like popular guys with friends. They like guys that are friends with men, that are friends with women. They like people that are known, that are evocative. If you're somebody living and dwelling in his basement, never going outside and communicating with strangers, talking and creating big social circles, having a lot of fun out and about, going to parties, unfortunately, women like guys who are liked by other men, who want to become that guy, and who are around other cool men who make him laugh, who he bounces off of, who he is willing to die for. I've been on so many boot camps where the very first thing I've been out on so many boot camps this year, working with guys in person, teaching seduction. And one of the very first things that I notice about a guy is, does he have a social circle? Does he have a group of men that love him and he loves back? If you do not, women are not going to find this very attractive. Girls are going to be way less likely to want to date you. So the very first thing you need to do is start working to build your dream social circle. Something that I do with my clients is I'll make them do a vision board. Create your dream social circle. Look to outside groups. So for me, I looked at David Dobrik. I loved his social circle. I loved the way that his friend group interacted, the love, the caring that they had, the playful fun vibes that they were a part of, the cool adventures they go on. And I started imitating it. I will take my friends to go water rafting. We'll go do events. We'll throw parties and we'll all hang out and I'll invite them all through. You need to do the same thing. Create a vision board. Create your dream social circle. And then when you find somebody that matches what you're looking for, invite them out. Invite them to go do things. Men make friends by time spent towards a common goal. So maybe put yourself out into a situation of something you love doing. Maybe get into a boxing class. Maybe start hitting the gym more, play basketball. Maybe go out and pick up girls. Most men like women, and going out to a bar, a club, to a rave, to a concert to go talk to beautiful women, a lot of men would be on board with. And through this time spent towards a common goal, you can create a social circle of cool guys. Like attracts like, so if you want a certain type of guy to be your friend, you also have to be that guy. Number 2, a willingness to speak up and draw boundaries with people. For most of you guys, this one right here is going to be very tough. But there's a few things that you can do to fix this. You need a deep identity level change first and foremost. A deep identity level change is made through actions that may seem very disingenuous to you right now, but over the long period of time of you taking them will change your personality. So the phrasing behind this is action feeds ego, ego feeds action. Take the actions of the guy who's extroverted. Little by little, start speaking up. Maybe start taking boxing classes. Start hitting the bag. And if you can't do that, start shadow boxing in your room. It's an easy first step. Now, when you start feeling physically powerful, when you feel dangerous, it's a lot easier for you to speak up in social circles, in social groups, and become talented. If you're talented and you give inherent value to people, you will feel at ease at setting boundaries with people, because if they leave, you are a valuable, talented man. If somebody walks away from you, then you can replace them easily. If you have nothing to give to other people, though, it's a lot harder to draw boundaries with others. If you're not abundant in life, you're not abundant with friends, you're not abundant with women, it's extremely hard to draw boundaries. A lot of you guys who have gone through seduction with women and have improved, you can attest to the fact that as you improved with women, as you created abundance, you're able to push and push and push, draw boundaries, and be a little bit more offensive with men and women. Not from a place of trying to hurt their feelings, but from being authentic and trying to add to the fun of the vibe, to being able to stand your ground whenever you think somebody is wrong, to telling somebody off if they're crossing a boundary with you. Which takes me to my next point. You do need to create abundance. And a really good way of doing this is going out and approaching girls, going to clubs, going to bars, going to the scene. If you're in a major city, go to the club with the hottest girls and the coolest, richest guys. Now, as you go there over the course of the weeks, the months, the years, I want you to start making friends with the people that run the place, the regulars, the people who get tables, the girls that go there regularly. I just want you to make friends. Now, as you make friends with these people, you'll create social alliances. You'll become the popular guy in this venue. And now from here, the girls that go to this venue consistently, guess what? They're going to start seeing you as a popular guy the same way that a girl in high school would have seen the popular guy. They're going to start thirsting for you. They're going to start looking at you as the guy that is pre-selected, that is a leader of men, that is just that extroverted, social, outgoing entity, that masculine entity, that powerful man. The social alliances you build here will make you into that powerful person. The act of doing this will also make you abundant, which will make it a lot easier for you to, again, be extroverted, to stand your ground, to be authentic with other people. When I go to a club, I don't just approach the pretty girls. I approach the ugly girls. I approach guys. I approach couples. I approach big groups of guys. I approach big groups of girls. I approach the people that work there. And I approach with the intent of making friends, with the intent of having fun, of just making a social connection. A lot of you guys, when you guys go out, you guys are looking at this as work. I look at this as the time that I get to be myself, as the time that I get to be free and outgoing and bliss. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I read all the comments. And if you guys want to sign up for coaching, text me at 702-841-9909. And with that being said, peace. Yo, bitch,